Hi everybody, welcome to Talk O'Clock. It's Saturday. If there's any weird background noise, my neighbors are doing some gardening work pretty much all day long now. So if that noise is not, well, deletable in post-production, I'm sorry for having this annoying background noise, but hey, I mean, they gotta do their gardening work as well. So I couldn't film any later because I got tons of stuff to do today. And so I decided, okay, I'm gonna film now. So again, sorry about that. But the week is done and I have to say I'm okay-ish with the week. Unfortunately, the weather was really bad for me this week, so I had a lot of migraines and just the special kind of migraines where I'm not having the headache. So there's two kinds of migraines I get. One is what I call the normal migraine, where you have a headache or sensitive to light, sensitive to noise and such, so any kind of sound or smells. And then there's the atypical migraine, which I luckily don't get too often, but when I get it, it's really bad. So this week I had one day of a normal migraine. That was when I actually filmed Art Day, and here's a tiny little teaser of what's to come on Monday. And then Monday and Wednesday and half of Thursday, I did have painless migraines. So the atypical ones, I don't have any headaches with that, but I have major auras. So I have pretty much a firework before my eyes, and especially in the peripheral vision, and vertigo. So yay, low blood pressure and painless migraine, or a typical migraine. I was exhausted. I was unable to pretty much, well, work any day but Tuesday. I had filmed only art day on Tuesday. I had hoped that I could film Beyond the Lines on Wednesday, but nah. So I'm one video behind there. But maybe next week I'm having a little more luck and I can film maybe one or two Beyond the Lines. Because, yeah, I don't want to get too far behind on my video schedule. So that was kind of sucky, actually, and I was, well, pretty, well, pissed off kind of ish. It's not to the point that I was totally mad because, well, I was actually dealing with the migraine, but I was annoyed by that. I know that I get those migraines at this time of year. It has to do with the local late winter weather. It screws me over pretty much every year, so I'm used to it, but when the time comes around, I'm still annoyed. I didn't seem to have managed in the last 20 years to get the annoyance out of my system. But well, so that happened. What I also did, I did a little bit of coloring, mostly on Saturday, Sunday though, a tiny little bit on Tuesday, but all the other days I actually, I just said, no, I'm not gonna color. But here's how far I got. I am still working in the Sherlock book, and I, well, added a little bit of colored pencil, and that focal point there will get quite a bit of work, but it takes a longer time with a colored pencil, though it is still faster now that I'm working on 2 other layers of color there. So yeah, that's what I did, and today is Friday. And I did actually get the keys to my new apartment today, so yay. And I went with Daniel to the new apartment and we did measure the whole thing so that I can start buying furniture, which I'm going to do tonight because yay, online shopping. I know what I want and I know what I need and I can just go click, 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 buy. I'm not gonna have any muss or fuss there. I'm pretty straightforward with what I want. But what I like to do to just help me visualize a couple of things or make sure that things that I'm considering for buying, that they fit with the measurements in the certain rooms, is I'm using my 3D interior design program, and I filmed a little bit putting together the measurements for the apartment, as you can see, and just having the windows there and the doors there so that I can place furniture and see how crowded or how full a room maybe is, where things are maybe, well, they're not more difficult when you don't see them, but it's a nice little thing that I like to do to just get an idea, besides my imagination, which is actually strong enough, but still, to get an idea on, okay, how will the layout of the room work? So I do that with pretty much every room that I'm designing. So I did buy this program originally when I wrote the novel for my mom, and I had to, or I wanted to have something visual so that I could describe something in a room and not get lost with what the room looks like in this 3-year span that I wrote the novel in. So that's why I actually bought that program back in the day, and why I worked with it. But I did also use it a lot for whenever I was moving and or we were moving, just to get an idea, okay, where to put what of all the furniture and stuff we already got. Does it fit? What can we or can I take? What do I want to take to the new apartment? What do I need to buy? What do I need to adjust? Blah, 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 all of that. So I'm pretty much just putting my apartment together and, well, starting to, or not only starting to, but the room that you see that I'm putting all the furniture in here is actually my new studio. So you see there's 2 doors. One of them, of course, leads to the rest of the apartment, and the other one, I did not put anything there, but it actually leads to my balcony. So that is pretty nice. I do have the balcony right on my studio, and I did, well, not cheat necessarily, but the furniture that you can place in this program is not the furniture that I'm actually buying. But like the tables are close enough. You see there's a white table, a beige one, and a dark brown one. They're all in the U shape. The brown one is the one that I'm sitting on currently, where I'm having my computer work. The beige one is the one behind me, where I do film and work on the ancestry stuff. So the white one I'm gonna buy as a new table, and I'm gonna rearrange my computers a little bit when I'm moving. So currently I'm having 3 screens in front of me, but and the 4th screen is on the beige table. But I'm going to have 2 and 2 in the new apartment, and the table that has no computers but the books here in this case will have all my books and boxes and stuff for mainly my ancestry project and also other paperwork and such. So this is that corner, and all the shelves that I'm putting in here are actually the shelves that are currently behind me, where I store all of my art supplies. The hanging shelves are in the other part of the studio currently, so I will move them on top of my other Billy shelves here. And that big brown table in front of the window with the 3 lamps is actually going to be my filming area. It doesn't really look like my current filming area. There is no way I could have something in there. There was nothing in the program that would resemble my custom filming area, but that huge table is pretty much the square footage of my filming area, and the 3 lamps just represents the 3 big filming lights that I do have. All the other knickknacks, I didn't put them in there, and I will definitely now move on to all the other rooms and plan them. And well, tonight I'm gonna go online shopping. I already have a few items that I have on my list to remember, and there's a few things that I have to check if measurements are still working, or if I could go a little bigger or a little smaller with, say, my wardrobe and such. But yeah, that is pretty much what I did today, and what I'm gonna do later on. I'm gonna spend a couple of hundreds of euros to, well, get the furniture moved in. And that was pretty much my week. Next week there's a few things that I want to take care of, I hope. The place has to be painted, so I have to call a company to get the whole apartment painted. There's nothing on the walls. They took the wallpaper down, which is pretty good. So I just want to have white walls, and I gotta get a painting company there, and gotta contact the telecom, which means that I will take care of internet and phone and such, so that this is done when I'm moving in. I think I said it in the last talk o'clock, or it could be on an art day. I'm not really sure when I said it. But yeah, this is what I want to take care of next week. Then, of course, we're going to start the week with recording Gamer's Couch, and the game that we're going to talk about this week is Noria. So it's one of the new games. We bought it at the last Spiel. So join on Sunday when Gamer's Couch is live and you want to maybe see it, and there is an email and it is just spam, but still it distracted me. So yeah, I haven't done anything, by the way, in regards to Ancestry Project or anything. It was just, this week was just not happening in that regard. I knew didn't happen. But well, it's fine. The next week hopefully is going to be better. We're going out tomorrow night also with our landlords, so that's going to be a lot of fun. But that will also mean that tomorrow, besides working on Gamer's Couch, I'm not gonna have any time. Maybe I'm gonna have a little more time on Sunday in the afternoon, maybe before it's game night, to, well, do a little ancestry work or just do some coloring, because I actually really miss it, and I think I'm not gonna have any time today to actually work on either of these projects. I want to make sure that the things that have to be done are done before I do go to any, well, pleasure and leisure time things. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have quite a busy week next week, but that's fine. I'm actually, well, I'm not really looking forward to next week. There's one thing that is just in the back of my mind. It has been all week pretty much, and that's just, well, the way to handle things, right? So in my family, I don't know if it is the same in your family. If you would like to let me know in the comments, I'm actually curious if my family is just weird that way, or if it is common or pretty much happening in every family. But any major life events, they happen in clusters in my family, and that means the good and the bad, they are maybe like 1 or 2 days apart. For instance, next week there is the anniversary, or there would be the anniversary for Daniel and me. We would actually have had our 10-year anniversary, and 2 days later would be the birthday of my dad. Now, with my dad having passed away recently, well, recently, for less than 5 years ago, it's actually 2 years ago, this still is emotionally just a very touchy day. So one thing that helps for me is when there's a positive or a joyful life event nearby, one of those really sad and emotionally, well, let's say difficult days. And there's 3 major events every year for me where I'm having one of those really challenging days, and within 4 days there's the positive thing. And this year is the first year where there's no positive thing. So I'm wondering how I'm gonna manage. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I'm gonna manage. I expect the worst, because then if it is not as bad as I expect it to be, I'm actually having, well, a little endorphin rush maybe, or just a joyful moment or a good time. But there's the first one of these occasions, like I said, is next week, and I'm so not looking forward to that. The next one would be June, and the third one would be August. And yeah, there's just, instead of only one bad thing and the positive thing is gone, it is a double whammy, because it's 2 emotionally challenging things or events within a very short time frame. So I'm unsure at this point how I'm gonna handle that. I don't actually have any particular ideas or tools or countermeasurements or anything ready at this point. And if I think about, okay, what could maybe help me out, I'm drawing a blank. So, if you got a great idea what could maybe soften the blow of the double whammies this year, I'm all ears, please. I definitely, yeah, it would help a lot. I would very much appreciate that, because I'm not looking forward to that. But anyway, this is something that I'm going to deal with next week. I don't want to get upset this week, though, as you can see and hear, I already am. So I'm just gonna wait and see how it goes, and gonna wish you a great weekend. Until then, join in on Gamma's Couch tomorrow, if you like, if you're curious. And yeah, we're gonna see you. I'm gonna see you next week on this channel. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you had a great week. And again, I would very much appreciate if you could let me know in the comments if you have any great advice, or just want to let me know if you have the same cluster thing going on in your family, or if my family is just weird that way. And if you liked this video, I would very much appreciate if you gave it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, or just followed from YouTube over to Vimeo, I would love for you to follow, so that you are notified whenever I release a new video. And I think that's that. So I'm gonna stop rambling now, and I'm just gonna say goodbye.